Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly reading for approximately the period the 13th to the 19th of September. And this will be for the sign of Aries. All right, let's get cracking on Aries. All right, if you would like a personal reading or are interested in donating or gifting the channel, everything, all the instructions are below, contact details, etc. If you are interested in my life coaching program at the moment, I'm offering 6 sessions at a reduced rate to get you kick-started. Please email me and you can ask me about that. Please remember too that I'm now going live Wednesdays on YouTube, Fridays on Instagram, and every 4th Sunday on Facebook. If you're interested in following me in any way, shape or form, whip over and join me up at the Aussie Goddess on Facebook, and I've pinned everything to the top of the page so you can find out whatever you want. Okay, I'm going to use the Tarot of Dreams for your reading. The first one's always really hard, right? Okay, so just bear with me. I always get just a little bit sort of pushy for the first reading, and then I get into the swing of things. I'm fine, but I always get a bit tongue-tied to start with. I'm using the Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti for your reading. And please remember that the readings are only general and they do sort of flip-flop a bit, so maybe follow some of your other aspects on your natal chart. All right, so for you, we've got Judgment straight out of the gate. Now, the Judgment card is a card that talks about the universe putting us through something again because we didn't get it right the first time. So you can see there's a cycle here, a wheel. It means that you've been full circle on something, and perhaps you didn't really get it right the first time around. Perhaps it didn't work the way you wanted it to. Maybe you've got to change something now to get it going round again. Sometimes this can be a relationship being revisited, a person being revisited because perhaps it didn't work out in your favor the first time around. But something's coming back around again for another try. Looks like it could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo here. So the Knight of Coins is a very, very slow energy. So it could be somebody that's coming towards you, but they would have been taking their time. So this could have come back. This could be returning from a long time ago. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that's only just gone by. So it's very likely that you've got something here that you need to work on or fix. For some of you, this could be that you gave up a course, or you gave up perhaps university or TAFE or some sort of education here, and you're going back to finish it off. For others of you, you could be returning to a workplace because they've come in with a better offer for you here. All right, Hanging Man. So there seems to be a lot of energy of thinking about, is this the right thing for me? So sometimes when something lands in our lap, we, perhaps need to take time out to look at it from a different perspective. So for example, if this was a job and somebody was coming back to offer you another job, perhaps at a higher position or a better offer coming through, there's still maybe this sort of thinking about, was that the right environment for me? Do I need to consider whether it's the right place to return to? Those sort of things. But the Hanging Man is about looking at things from a different perspective to really see what it is that's sort of pulling you back. Oh, I love this. I love this very much. You've got a lot of major arcanas here, Aries. We have 3 major arcanas in 4 cards. So this is a very, I want to say auspicious because that sounds really spiritual. It's a very important week for you, or maybe the next few weeks ahead. Somebody may be coming around again for another opportunity with you. This can be someone who, this is the card of Aries, so you could be dealing with another Aries. But this person who's coming back around has a very strong tie to you here, a very strong sort of energy coming through. Whoever this person is, quite possibly an earth sign, you've got some sort of business that needs finishing here. There was unfinished business in the past, so maybe something didn't get off the ground. Maybe you didn't really put any energy into it, or maybe you wanted something that the other person wasn't willing to put the energy in. So whether this is you taking your power back and going back to an old workplace, or revisiting an old relationship, or perhaps returning to study. This is a lot of decision making this week, a lot of being in your head thinking about what do you want in your future. All right, let's have a look at your story. Okay, so some of you dealing with a Libra, Gemini or Aquarius here. The Queen of Swords is a person who, she's very direct. She doesn't muck around with words. She's articulate, she's to the point, but she's also not backward in coming forward if she wants to move you out of her life. So she's willing to put her own value first. This means sometimes recognizing that someone hasn't got your best interest at heart. So she's a person who can take on quite a steely attitude. She does, however, have a really good sense of humour, and she does sort of respect and appreciate people, but she's a thinker, she's a strategist, she's logical. If she knows it's not going to benefit her in some way, shape or form, she's not going to be prepared to have it in her life. All right. All right, so we have the Lovers card coming through here. So the Lovers card talks about a relationship that is divinely guided. Two people who are meant to be together. And I guess looking at the cards that came up in the beginning, first off having the Emperor there, but secondly having that Judgment card, it's very possible you've been asked to revisit something that didn't go well the first time because your relationship is very important. And maybe you are meant to be with a particular person, but you haven't really come to that realization yet. But you're certainly coming to some sort of realization in the next week or so. Bit of awakening coming through here. Okay, so 8 of Coins. So the 8 of Coins is a card of working on something. It's about putting the energy and effort into making something work here. So it could be that you're having some sort of recognition that perhaps the first time around you didn't put the energy or work into something, and now you're deciding that you're going to make a big effort here and really work on something. If this is a job coming around for you, you have to make a choice here. There really is this sort of concern that going back to an old workplace may not be the right thing to do. And you may be, even if it is a university or a course that you're looking at here, you may be even reconsidering whether it's the course you want to keep going with or whether you want to change direction here. But let's keep going. All right, so we have the 2 of Wands. There we go. I could feel that energy here. You want to take a different direction here. Now, if it's a relationship, it's possible that moving forward with this person is going to take you down a completely different path. So it's going to change a lot of things for you, but relationships do, right? You know, there may be sort of, you know, this energy of having to relocate, or, you know, you may live at a distance to someone. There could be some sort of energy here of having to change some of the things you're doing to make this work. But there's a definite energy here that you need to put a lot of work into this to get it going. And I think someone may have not done that the first time around, or perhaps not really invested in it the first time around. All right, Wheel of Fortune coming through. This is with the Lovers here. This is definitely some sort of divine union coming through here. The universe is saying here, it's time now. It's time for this to happen. And you may have faltered on the first time around because both of you had lessons to learn. And it may be that you've learned those lessons now and you're realizing perhaps you're much more ready for some sort of commitment here than you were before with this 8 of Coins, you know, putting in more energy, putting in more effort. But this is definitely about karma here, so it was going to come round anyway. 8 of Wands coming through here. Messages of passion going backwards and forwards. Something's starting up very fiery here. Page of Swords coming through. I feel like this person's either been keeping a little bit of an eye on you, or you've been keeping a little bit of an eye. I don't know how long you've been separated from this person for, if this is a relationship. If this is a job, I feel that somebody could have been headhunting you here for a new role. But for those of you, this is a relationship. There's a very strong feeling here. Whoever you're dealing with has been watching over you. You may have been watching over them, by the way. All right, so we have the Five of Wands coming through. Okay, now I see what's happened. And the Page of Cups. All right, now we're getting the jet energy. Four of Coins. All right, somebody made an offer here. I think that you probably had something going with this person in the past. And I feel that somebody made an offer to move into something more serious, a relationship, whatever it was. And I feel that somebody didn't take the cup. But I think that whoever this is, if it wasn't you that took the cup or you that refused to take the cup, it's very possible that you've always had regrets about that. The Four of Coins always talks about hanging on to something, not being able to let go. So sort of wondering if you missed out on something, wondering if you should have made an effort at the time here with this Eight of Pentacles. Somebody here has been watching over this relationship that regretted not moving forward with it, regretted not even putting any energy into it at all. So I feel this has sort of been left a little bit half-hearted. So the universe is saying it can't stay like that. It needs to be fixed up. Closure needs to be had if it's not moving forward. But I feel like with some of the cards we've got here, this is long-term relationship coming through here. Okay, some sort of revamp, renew, rebirth coming through here. Dealing with possibly a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo here, but some sort of energy that's been moving very slowly. There's some sort of offer coming through here or some sort of change in circumstances that's going to require you to take time out to decide whether you want to move forward. I feel like this person has a really important role in your life going forward. And I feel like you perhaps missed out on an opportunity with them the first time. Look, Nine of Cups, wish card. You missed out on an opportunity with them the first time around that you're going to grab the second time around. Something that looks like to me that it's long-lasting, commitment, something that's going to really flourish here. Beautiful energy. All right, let's just get some oracle cards for you. We'll read you one from the Whispers of Love. Oh, beautiful. Actually, it's ask for help here. That's quite interesting. Sometimes when you're having difficulties sort of looking forward, you might want to sort of go and talk to someone about it, make your mind up what you want to do. But it's talking about asking for help and learning to receive. It's about letting go of fear and pride to move towards something you want here. This is what you desire, but for some unknown reason, perhaps you're reluctant to move forward here. Perhaps something is not being communicated clearly. But it definitely talks about releasing any sort of fears and moving towards object of your desire. And knowing that there are people out there that will help you or help you work through your energies to make the decision on what you want to do and where you want to move forward to. It's a really nice reading, Aries. I just feel that you are maybe being taken aback by somebody coming back in and asking for another chance. But quite frankly, if this is about work or career for you here or about study, there's some really, really good indications that you will go and accept something, but you'll accept it on your terms here. So for some of you, this may be changing course a little bit, or asking for more opportunities as part of a role if this is a job. And it will go in your favour because you have here the Wheel of Fortune, which always talks about karma going in your favour. But if you're finding it a difficult decision to make and you're really not sure where to go, the universe is saying to you here, there's no reason why you can't go and talk it over with somebody, perhaps clear your head like with the Hangman, and just come into some sort of energy here that will help you make a really good decision on your own behalf. But then who knows, you may have already wanted this and it may have been something you've manifested in. So whatever it is for you, you sound like you've got a very exciting time coming in for the next week. Have a wonderful week.